Coach, it's not your first win of the season, but this is your first win as head coach here in Choppy Wagner Stadium. What does it mean to you?
Look, we felt like we left one on the field last week. We felt like we should have won one at East Carteret earlier in the season. We kind of let one get away from us against Bertie. To get this one was huge. And to kind of run away with it the way we did felt amazing.
That's what I was going to ask you about. You guys put up 45 points on the board. It's the most since you scored, I think, 53 or so at Southwest Edgecombe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What does that show you about the way this offense has come together in the last 7 weeks?
I said it early in the season. Washington is going to get known for Washington doing what Washington does. All right, and we're getting to that point now, especially with the way that we're running the option. Our quarterback's getting better at it. Our guy backs are getting better. Our pitch backs are getting better. And our line's getting better. So, I think what you saw tonight was a culmination of all those kids kind of understanding what we're doing. Option's new here in Washington. We have not run triple option probably in 20 years in this town. So, to come out and do that kind of stuff, there had to be some buy-in, and the kids had to understand it. So you're starting to see that happen. Now, I thought the last 2 weeks it was improved, but I think tonight, after what we did last week, the kids believed in it a whole lot more.
Now, Hakeem Ruffin here did pretty much what he's been doing all season, but it really looked like Kasey Foreman kind of hit his stride really good for the first time this season. You think that was the case with a lot of what your offense was able to do today?
Oh yeah, Kasey ran like a man tonight, and that's what we've been waiting for out of him. And he's got a lot of confidence, but for whatever reason, he just didn't have things really go his way in the first several games of the season. And coming into the season, we felt like he was going to be the better of the backs. Because like we kind of said earlier, Hakeem was a little iffy for us, and we weren't sure what we were going to get out of him. So to me, Foreman was going to be our guy, and then Hakeem has just really stepped up.
Now, you guys, you got the turnover on the opening kickoff to get the ball to start the game, even though you went 3 and out. What kind of momentum swing did it feel like you got from that special teams play right out of the gate?
Well, special teams makes all the difference in the world for us. When we have life on special teams and we create some of those opportunities, all of a sudden you feel our whole sideline get up and get motivated and get pumped up, and they start believing. And then even when you make a mistake or you get a 3 and out, they're still a little pumped up from that. So they still believe, and it's kind of like we're okay instead of oh man. And it just changes the mindset of the kids on the sideline.
Now, defensively, when you guys are looking at the tape for North Lenore coming in here, they got a tight end going D1. They've got son of Terrence Copper playing for running back. What were some of the things you were trying to key in on most for this one?
Well, we knew that they were going to run a lot of what we call the buck sweep, and they ran a lot of it tonight for a lot of yards, but it didn't culminate in a whole lot of points. We kind of played a bend but don't break philosophy against that because I'm going to be honest with you, we were very concerned about the deep passing game that they have. Their quarterback can heave it, and they've got those really tall receivers, and we wanted to make sure we had enough in the secondary, especially early in the game, to take care of that. So that may have cost us a little bit of run yardage, but it kept them out of the end zone.
It absolutely did. And lastly, you guys are going into who's your play next week?
Aiden Grifton.
That's a team that you're pretty familiar with.
Yep.
What kind of momentum do you feel like you have right now?
Well, Aiden Grifton is a homecoming game for us. I think our kids, after the last 2 games, they have a lot more belief in our systems. We've got a couple of kids that are really turning it around for us. Uriah Lawrence is finally kind of coming around on defense. Michael Clark is getting healthy again, and we're using him in some different ways. And the confidence level is there, even though the record is 2 and 5. I mean, we could easily be 5 and 2 right now. We're just a couple plays away from being 5 and 2. So the kids are still hanging on, and they're still believing.
Anything else?
No, that's it.